Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our class. Today we are going to focus on Unit 12, Part E, Language Focus.
At the end of the lesson, you will be able to distinguish the two sounds s and z. Pronounce singular verbs and plural nouns with s and es. Recognize and use to infinitive as an infinitive phrase of purpose. Make questions with WA question word. The contents have two sections. The first one, pronunciation, s and z. The second one, grammar, two infinitive and WA questions. To begin the lesson, what can you see? Sandwiches, sandwiches. Bus, bus. Peas, zoo, zoo. Okay, let's focus on the pronunciation. What do they have in common? They have the sounds s and z. To have you distinguish the two sounds s and z, I have a list of words for you to practice. Now listen first.
Unit 12. Pronunciation. Listen and repeat. S, sue, sip, peace, said, bus, price, z, zoo, zip, peas, please, buzz, prize.
Now, listen and repeat after me. S, s, sue, sue, sad, sad, sip, sip, bus, bus, peace, peace, price, price, z, z, zoo, zoo, please, please, zip, zip, buzz, buzz, peas, peas, prize, prize.
Okay, this is a challenge for you. I got some sentences with a lot of s and z sounds. I want you to listen and practice pronouncing them correctly.
1. Susan loves classical music. 2. I like to listen to jazz records. 3. My aunt likes to watch the film The Sound of Music. 4. But my cousin prefers going to concerts. 5. He's won the first prize for singing folk songs. 6. I'd like a piece of bread and some peas, please.
Okay, relating to the pronunciation of s and z sounds, I would like to review how to pronounce singular verbs and plural nouns with s and es. We pronounce s when the words end with these sounds. For example, units, topics, press, stops, laps. We pronounce is when the words end with these sounds. For example, classes, watches, quizzes, washes, changes. We pronounce z with the rest of the other words. For example, pencils, speeds, bags, pens. Okay, now let's move on to the next section, grammar, to infinitive. Look at the example. I go to school. I learn English. And I will use to infinitive to combine the two sentences. I go to school to learn English. Or I go to school so as to. I go to school in order to learn English. To infinitive, so as to infinitive, and in order to infinitive. All of them are called infinitive phrase of purpose. Please note that so as to and in order to infinitive are used in formal written English. Example number 2. He studies hard. He does not want to fail the final exam. Please note that does not is a negative form. Use to infinitive phrase of purpose to combine the two sentences. The sentence should be he studies hard so as not to, or in order not to fail the final exam. So as not to, in order not to be infinitive, are phrase of purpose in negative form. Exercise number 1. Use the words in brackets to answer the questions. I would like you to spend about 3 minutes looking at the exercise and use to infinitive phrase of purpose to do the exercise. Please note that from question number 1 to question number 5, what for is used to ask about the purpose. What for is equivalent to why. Okay, here I have an example. What do you listen to classical music for? What for is equivalent to why, right? So, why do you listen to classical music? Use to infinitive phrase of purpose to answer the question. To feel relaxed, I listen to classical music. Or, I listen to classical music to feel relaxed. To infinitive phrase of purpose can be at the beginning or at the end of the sentence. Both of them are acceptable. Okay, 3 minutes for you to use the infinitive phrase of purpose to answer those questions. Okay, now time's up. Question number 1. What did you phone her for? What for? Why did you phone her? To answer the question by using two infinitive phrase of purpose. I phoned her to tell her the good news. Number 2. What are you saving money for? Why are you saving money? I'm saving money to buy a cassette player. Number 3. What does she practice singing all day for? Why does she practice singing all day? The answer: she practices singing all day to win the singing contest. Number 4. What are you learning French for? Why are you learning French? The answer: I'm learning French to sing French songs. And the last one. What does the monitor always go to class on time for? Why does the monitor always go to class on time? The monitor always goes to class on time to set a good example for the class. Exercise number 2. Complete each sentence with the right form of a suitable verb. In this exercise, you do not have the given cues. You have to find your role, the suitable verbs, in order to complete those sentences. I have an example. We are having a party, blah blah blah, Anne's birthday. So, the verb goes with birthday should be celebrate. So, we are having a party to celebrate Anne's birthday. Now, you have about 5 minutes to complete the exercise. Okay, now time's up. Let's check the answers together. Number 1. The suitable verb should be read. So, my father didn't have time to read the newspaper. Number 2. I wish I had enough money to buy a new bicycle. Number 3. The suitable verb should be post. I went to the post office to post the letter. Number 4. He telephoned me to invite me to the party. And the last one. She's going to Britain to learn English. Okay, coming to the next part, WH questions. I would like you to spend some time reviewing how to pose questions by using WH questions. Number 1. When? It used to ask about time. Where? It used to ask about place. Why? It used to ask about reason. Who? Person. What? Objects, idea, or action. How? It used to ask about manner. How many? How much? It used to ask about quantity. Okay, exercise number 3. Ask questions for the underlined words or phrases in the following sentences. We have 8 sentences in total, and I have an example. I often listen to music whenever I have free time. Whenever refers to time. So, the WH question you should use. When? When do you listen to music? Now, you have about 10 minutes to do the exercise number 3. Okay, now time's up. Let's check the exercise together. Please pay attention. When posing a question, you should use auxiliary, subject, and main verb. Number 1. If it rains, I will stay at home and watch TV. So, stay at home and watch TV refer to an action or an idea. So the WH question should be, what? What will you do if it rains? Number 2. My father enjoys listening to classical music. Classical music refers to a sort, a kind, or a type. So the question should be, what sort, what kind, or what type of music does your father enjoy listening to? Does an auxiliary, your father, and then you use enjoy in a bare infinitive form. Number 3. He left for Ho Chi Minh City last week. So last week refers to time. When did he leave for Ho Chi Minh City? Auxiliary did, and then the main verb in bare infinitive, leave. James wants to talk to you. So James is the subject of a sentence, right? So the question, who wants to talk to you? Who is a subject of a sentence, and wants, you have to use verb tense. Number 5. We spent the evening playing chess last night. Playing chess refers to manner. So the question, how did you spend the evening last night? Did is an auxiliary in simple past tense, and then spend is the main verb in a bare infinitive form. 6. The film starts at 8 p.m. At 8 p.m. refers to time. So the question must be, when does the film start? Number 7. My favorite musician is Beethoven. Beethoven is a Persian. So the question should be, who is your favorite musician? Number 8. I like pop music because it helps me relax. Because it helps me relax is a class of reason. So the WH question should be, why? Why do you like pop music? It's the end of the lesson today. Thank you for your attention.